What is going on, GME holders? This your boy Random Arts coming with a quick video. And on this video, guys, we're going to be talking about Keith Gill, GameStop, as well as Roaring Kitty Crypto, guys. You got to make sure you follow this video all the way to the end to fully understand exactly what I'm talking about. So, guys, I think I know when Keith Gill is going to come back. I mean, again, this is all speculation at the end of the day by me. So I'm not a financial advisor or anything like that, or know Keith Gill personally to being able to say, hey, for sure, this is the time frame that he's going to come back. But looking at it and seeing where GameStop is currently at, if I would make a return, these would be the areas that I would want to see on GameStop just to be able to make my return. Now, Keith Gill, you guys probably already know him, so no need to introduce him. But if we look at the current price right now of GameStop, it's currently sitting at $27.36, right? It closed at $27 and what? 57 cents. So we're slightly down. Now, before Keith Gill made his return, because keep in mind, let's take a look at where GameStop was trading at. So I like to look at the weekly because the weekly, in my opinion, it does give a better view of where things are at, especially for support resistance. But before Keith Gill made his return, right? This is the day, well, he made his return on May 12th, and the stock just exploded on May 13th. But before then, the stock of GameStop was trading somewhere around, it closed at $17.46. Ever since he made his tweet, of course, they did their offering. And even with the offering, it stayed above the price where it was at before Keith Gill came, which is above the $20 mark. This is very, very impressive, especially for the holdup that it's been doing. And now, if you look at the 4 straight weeks so far, it's been nothing but green candles. So if I am Keith Gill and I'm looking to make my return, what areas would interest me the most would be somewhere above $30, guys. So between these areas right here. And the reason why this would be my area of interest, let me just pull up the 4 hours so you can see, because that would give you the optimal, full, GameStop to fully send, to have the moss that everyone is just eyeing, because right here is where you typically see like the most resistance at, right between like $29.80, roughly around like, I'll just say $33. So if it passed this area, this little blue area right here, the next area of resistance, we have 50, which acts as a psychological resistance, but 50 is really not going to be that big of resistance because you do not have that many, resistance area over here. So this thing could legit start flying. And I'm talking about just off a pure breakout, not even Keith Gill coming back. But if he makes his return, it's going to pass all of this and we're going to see GameStop going to try to test all-time highs. This is where I think he is going to come back as soon as we pass maybe the 30 mark. And if that happens, guess what is going to explode? Crypto. So if you are invested into GameStop, I'm not giving you financial advice, of course, but you have to take a look at crypto because crypto is almost like options, but on steroids. I traded options, but crypto, it's it's on steroids. Because with this right here, these are just the ones that really didn't do much. This had the second largest volume when Keith Gill made his return. This thing went from a 80 or 70 K market cap all the way to 3.75 million, which is roughly around like a 49x, right? So you put $100 in, and it multiplies by 49x, which is 4,900. This is the one that did, least volume, don't really have a community whatsoever, and it did that. Now you had this one, which their devs pretty much rugged them. This could have went a lot higher, but their devs, they had free tokens. They end up selling on them, causing this big crash or whatever. And I suspect that was the same thing that happened with that one as well too. But this one received the most volume, and it had 100. It did 185x. So meaning you put $100 into this, 185x would have gave you $185,000. All because Keith Gill, the narrative of Keith Gill coming back because this crypto is named Roaring Kitty. Now, the one that I think is going to benefit from all of this once he returned is the one that actually is building a community. This one right here. Take a look at the logo because make sure you guys get the right one. Because these other two right here, they're going to have problems. I don't think that they're going to receive the volume that this one is going to receive. Because at the time, when Keith Gill came back, with this Roaring Kitty right here, they didn't have their socials together, social media, like their X account. They didn't have any of this pointing to them. You know, the website wasn't up, Telegram. There was so many stuff that wasn't, so the visibility for it was not there. So it didn't experience the Keith Gill effect. That's what I'm calling the Keith Gill effect. So now if this project end up getting the bulk of the volume once Keith Gill comes back, I could see it doing another, doing 185x because this one did it, 185x because of the volume. This one did not experience any of the volume of the Keith Gill effect. So at current price right now, $1,000 you invest into that, getting 185x. I'm sorry. I said I think I said the other one was $100 would have got you 185,000. It actually would have been like 18,500. But with this, you do $1,000, right? And it 185x. You're looking at $185,000. Like these are the type of gains that you're seeing in crypto. And this one is on Ethereum, so make sure you're looking at the right one. On Ethereum, ending in 790F. It does have a community that is building. So all of this run up that it did, this was without Keith Gill. Straight community building. And now once you get Keith Gill into the mix, boom, sky's the limit. But hopefully you guys understand. Hopefully you guys got value out of this because I truly do believe Keith Gill is going to come back, and it's more likely. I mean, I'm just looking at from my point of view. Once we're able to pass these resistance, because like, why not send it even higher? But yeah, leave a like, leave a comment. Random Arts guys signing off. Peace.